my bag like groceries, competition. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the win. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do, lace up my shoes, chase W's, great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable, they sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few, can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, it's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit, your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me, naturally I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me, we ain't go together. Like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop, it's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired, can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe, never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Washington Redskins. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Braxton. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now it's Rosen. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now Rosen looking to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. You got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Now a give, right side. Braxton. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Second and 2. Rolling to his right. He's got his man on the crossing route. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. On 1st down, here's Breida. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line.
Let's go.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Watch tight, tight as well. Watch tight, tight as well. Everyone's got four down. Check, check, check. Watch the shot. Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll get that to Michel, complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And now it's Rosen looking. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They go play action. It's Rosen. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
A very costly holding penalty. It backs them up all the way inside their 10 to start this drive. Now a give coming right is Breida. He's going to have the first down past the 20 and all the way up to the 35-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. There he goes left side. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. Marr now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Check 52.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. After one, a 14-3 ball game.
Strong right. Strong right. Hey, 4 down. 4 down. Spot. No.
Now it's Breida. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Hey, we got 4. Got 4 down. 4 down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Oh, it's intercepted. He's trying to get it to Ridley. Picked up by Troy Apke.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
On first down, Braxton. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter, because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone, so they could use something here on 3rd down. To throw is Rosen. On the crossing route, complete. That's Clayton. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That's good for 28 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Tackle made there by Bilal Nichols.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the beat and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Mike, 53.
On 3rd down, Rosen. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, That answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch time, watch time. Tight end right, tight end right.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And now it's 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
He'll field this at the 5. A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
Leverage.
big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Off the play fake, here's Rosen. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught at the 20. A huge play there for Washington. And even 50 yards.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it.
And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further.
How about that touchdown, partner? If you blinked, you probably missed it. I looked away for just a second, and they were in the end zone.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Looking deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up 4th down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. He'll look to throw. And it's complete. Hooper. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. This is Breida. And an alley to run. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Michel on an island by himself in the backfield, 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Sony Michel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Now, let's not forget that was all set up by the 4th down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on 4th down, your intention is to make sure you get a touchdown out of the drive, and that's exactly what they did. Converted, and it converted a 2nd time for 6 points.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Rosen will throw. Open man is Trey Burton. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Rosen now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a 1st down. Now Rosen. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. 23 yards on the play.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They want to go to the air again with Rosen. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Give the Redskins 13 there and a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Rosen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the 1st half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Here's Breida. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jonathan Allen, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the 1st half. They'll throw now on the final play. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now back to throw. That'll be complete to Breida. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Defense wins championships, baby.
They run with Breida. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. On play action, they'll throw. He wants it all for the end zone. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Troy Apke. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Hey, high 7.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
This quarterback now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. He'll look to throw to Michelle on the screen. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Over the middle, it's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. It's caught at the 10. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Trying to pound it in here with Michelle. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. Back to throw here. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. No gain at all on the play there. That brings up 4th. And they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
And Zerline's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Give him 30 yards there.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Tackle made by the 2nd-round pick, Isaiah Oliver.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Slam, slam, slam.
Hug, hug, hug.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
They'll keep it on the ground. Braxton. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On third down, Braxton. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down.
A 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Tight ends right. We got 3, fellas. We got 3. 90 is in mind. Check.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
2nd and 10. And he'll get that to Michel, complete. It's a gain of 5, and that'll lead here to a third down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it is incomplete. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
A huge play there on the screen pass. 46 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, here's Love. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. On 2nd and 15 now. Rosen, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat and...
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time.
First down, Falcons.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll set up a throw. That's caught inside the 20. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
First down, Falcons.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. In on the stop, it was Travarius Moore.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
2nd and 9 now. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ballgame. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Redskins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Check 13. Check 13. 53's the mark.
Here's Rosen to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. James now to return. They juked him.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. He'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta.
1st down, Atlanta.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Tight right. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. Check 26.
2nd and 3. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons cut into that lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will get them one closer.
38, Falcons 25.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Squeeze, double. Check.
Now a give, right side. Braxton. 20! Pushing his touchdown, Washington! A big play there. 46 yards. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And he keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jonathan Allen in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a quick
pressure, gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
On 3rd down, Michelle. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey,